What's going on, Giant Nation? It's your boy, the Giant Way, coming back to y'all with another video. I'm going to be doing my reaction to the Week 7 Eagles versus Giants NFL video. So let's check it out together.
New York Giants back at home in desperation mode. Their 2024 is teetering, sort of how Philadelphia felt last week, though they came through with a win to get back over the 500 mark.
DeVonta Smith into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Hey, NFC East is there for the taking for both these teams. Philadelphia finally got some of its weapons back, lost a few too, but Jalen Hurts has his WR1 and 2 back, and he immediately looked better. 2 touchdowns over.
I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. I'm definitely worried about their wide receiving core versus our DBs. Banks hasn't been the best versus better route runners in the NFL. But I don't think he'll have too much of a hard time with AJ Brown, just because I feel like AJ Brown is just like a smaller version of DK. But Smitty, I'm definitely worried about Smitty and who's going to cover him. So hopefully we can do something, man, with our defense. Hopefully our defensive line can get to Jalen to disrupt what they got going on offensively.
260 yards, rating over 125, far and away the best he's looked in 2024.
Hurts to the end zone. It is A.J. Brown who makes the catch for an Eagles touchdown.
Can he keep it going? Giants secondary he gets just held Joe Burrow to 0 touchdowns, 208 yards, sub-90 rate.
Burrow throws end zone. It is incomplete.
Now, that was a little out of character. They've given up the 26th highest rate in 2024, their 30th in completion percentage allowed.
And that simply just comes from just us not really getting a pass rush in the first 4 games, but I feel like we definitely are heating up and we are getting to the quarterback for sure. So I believe that we will get to Jalen Hurts at least, I want to say at least 3 or 4 times, at least.
Have allowed a 113 rate to wide receivers, gave up 70-plus yards to both Jamar Chase and T. Higgins last week. Now they get Devontae and A.J. Brown returned and went for 116 yards and a score. He's played 2 games over 100 yards and a score in each.
But A.J. Brown, too strong, too good. What a catch. Nice job, A.J. Brown.
Smith returned from injury as well, scored versus Cleveland too, 64 yards.
And this is a great
That guy, man, we got to cover him.
Kick off Greg Newsome, and there's nobody there to stop
We
Devontae
cannot let him running around free.
Eagles saw tight end Dallas Goedert leave hurt. Grant Calcaterra filled in nicely, though, 67 yards.
Hurts pass complete for the tight end, Grant Calcaterra, first down and more.
As for the run game, well, Giants fans are warming up for this one with some blank. He'll show up and walk by on the arm of that guy. You'll smile, he'll wave, and you'll pretend it's okay.
On third down, it's Barkley with the big push.
Saquon Barkley does not return home off a great game, 47 yards, 2.6 a carry, kind of his first dud in.
And I expect him to have the same exact result. Saquon is still the same guy, and the Eagles' offensive line has their injuries. So I believe that Dexter is going to have a monster game. I'm expecting at least 2 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and then everybody else around him just eat. I feel like we have a really, really disruptive defensive line. Our linebackers are solid. So Saquon gonna have he definitely gonna have his hands full for sure.
Green. He's been electric for them most games. Now he goes after his former mates who gave up over 5 a carry to Chase Brown, have given up 4.9 to running backs in 2024.
This Giants defense just fought and fought and fought until it finally had no more.
And they let Joe Burrow run for a 47-yard TD.
That was a bad defensive scheme, so it's all good. Those are all things that we can change within, the next week. You talk about it in the meeting, so I'm not really worried about that. I don't imagine that would happen again, so it's all good.
Number 1 sack team is like. He was bagged just once by Cleveland. Giants, 26 sacks, most in the league, top 5 in QB hit.
Hey, but what did I tell y'all, man? I've been saying Aziz is that dude, man. A lot of people are blinded by the fact that Saquon was taking number 5 and this, that, and the third. But one thing about football, bro, I know talent, especially when it comes to the defensive line. And I have been saying that Azeez is going to push Kayvon for that starting spot. And I don't want to hear about his wrist and him having surgery. This was going to happen. This was inevitable, but it just took time. Azeez needed his opportunities. And now that he's getting them, I 100% believe that Azeez will be on the Giants team next year for sure.
Hits, blew up Burrow 4 times. Azeez Ojulari, 2, has 3 total. Brian Burns, 1. He now has 3. Dexter Lawrence picked up his 7th.
Burrow cannot get away from Dexter Lawrence.
I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. Dexter is showing us why he is the best defensive tackle in the NFL. A lot of people are saying he's having a Pro Bowl season, but I'm saying he's having a Hall of Fame season. I feel like he's solidifying it right now. A lot of the team accolades, it's going to be tough, but as an individual, man, Dexter has always shown up for us. And he's a factor every single game. There's never a game where we don't hear his name or where he's not involved. So I love the fact that Dexter is stepping up to that number 1 spot to be the best defensive player. And I believe he's going to win the Defensive Player of the Year. I know Aiden got hurt and, speedy recovery to him. But right now, man, Dex got it on lock, man. Dex got that on lock.
Eagles defense also comes in off a nice pass rush outing, played a big role in their overall defensive play week 6, sealed the deal versus Watson 5 times, Jalen Carter, Josh Sweat, Nolan Smith Jr. getting in on the action.
Watson on first down is taken down. Josh Sweat.
Now, getting in to see Watson, about as easy as getting a ticket to Joker 2. Eagles pass rush hadn't been as effective prior, but how about getting to Daniel Jones? Not as easy as it used to be. He's faced an average pressure rate for the year. He took 2 sacks versus Cincinnati. He does not come in with momentum. 205 yards, 5 yards per attempt, a sub-60 rate, a bad INT, no touchdowns.
Jones in trouble. His arm hit as he threw, and it's intercepted by Pratt.
No Malik Neighbors again last week. He needs to get back ASAP, hopefully for this game. DJ's been loading.
Malik is playing, so this is a little delayed. This came out like 3 days ago, but he's playing.
Up on Darius Slayton and Wan'Dale Robinson with him out. 11 targets each last week, 11 receptions combined, so not great.
All right, y'all. Hear me out. I like Wan'Dale Robinson. I really do. But I just feel like as far as him running down the field and running routes, let's just leave that to the bigger guys. Let's leave that to Jalen. Let's leave that to Darius. Let's leave that to Neighbors. I believe that Wan'Dale is an asset to the team. I feel like he's that gadget guy, but we gotta stop focusing on him on third downs. Like the defensive backs are not even reacting to none of the other wide receivers when it comes to certain downs. They're literally focusing on Wan'Dale mostly and then Slayton. We have to be able to move the ball around or just be creative, be more creative on third downs because we are becoming way too predictable on third downs, man. It's driving me nuts.
Over 100 yards combined.
And with Slayton's speed, it just forces you to back off if you're Cam Taylor-Britt.
Eagles secondary held Watson to 168 yards, no touchdowns. Good rebound game for them after a rough showing versus Baker prior to their bye.
As Watson fires, and it's broken up. Nearly picked.
And that's why I'm not worried about that, man. I'm not worried about their secondary. I feel like the Giants have a way better wide receiving core than their secondary, man. I'm sorry. I just don't see them matching up at all. Even with the rookie. Like, I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
Their week 6 play moved Philadelphia to middle of the pack versus the pass overall. They have to be on their toes for Jones to drop to his back. New York's Tyrone Tracy holding 57 receiving yards, also chipped in 50 rushing yards and a rushing TD.
This is where the collision's going to take place. Pratt's the best for the Bengals. Tried to hold up, just could not.
I love it,
Just
man.
2.9 a carry.
Tracy's
Jones
my
was the
guy,
most
man. I really
effective
like
runner
him.
versus Cincinnati, 56 yards, 5.1 a pop.
He has been running like there's no tomorrow this entire season.
The rush defense they face, below average, have given up 4.8 a carry for the year, 26th. Eagles and Giants go way back. Rivalry started in 1933. 93, 88, and 2. How about that for parity? Eagles with the edge. First time they ever played, 56-0 New York win.
Yeah, man. I don't see them beating us like that, man. I feel like if they do beat us, it's going to be a really close game. But as far as us doing what we got to do, man, I believe that we're going to beat the Eagles. I feel like we're going to be able to run the ball on them. I definitely feel like we're going to be able to pass the ball on them. But I just really hope that we come with a real solid plan and scheme to attack this team and not just try to just do whatever that we think is going to work. Like, let's have some rhythm. Let's run the ball. Let's do the play action. Let's get Hyatt involved early. Just throw him the ball on a draw. Give him a screen. Like, let him feel like he's a part of the plan, guys. And with that, I feel like we'll definitely see a better version of him. Malik, he definitely gonna do what he got to do. I'm not worried about any person that they're gonna have on him. I fully believe that Malik is a better athlete than all their DBs. Um, and Wandell's gonna be Wandell. Hopefully he can just focus on catching the ball. That's like the biggest thing that I want him to focus on. And then after you catch the ball, man, go to work, man. But let me know what you Giants fans think, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in with me. I will holler at y'all boys later. Let's go, Big Blue. Let's get the dub tomorrow, man. Y'all boys take care.